Has this ever happened to you?
We make a corn mix. But instead of corn, it's products.
Oh, that's right. Zara has her summer sale. I guess I'll just check out the website.
2 hours later.
My eyes are getting tired, but I must keep scrolling. Wait a minute. What if I just go to the store? It would be easier to actually try things on and see if they fit and not have to return them. And I wouldn't have to wait for shipping, wouldn't have to pay for returns. That's it. I'm going to the Zara summer sale. You know what happens when you go to the Zara summer sale? No. What happens? Ooh. I have changed my ways. I have grown and matured over time with age and maturity, as people do. Okay. I am going to the Zara summer sale, and I am gonna prove you wrong, figment of my imagination self. And that is how I fell into another Instagram trap. And while I'm at it, I'll go to this other place that I saw on Instagram because why not? It's in the area. Efficiency, save time, kill two birds with one stone. Do I really want to kill a bird though? That's the question. Do I really want to kill a bird, let alone two? Do I?
Do I?
What is the stone? What is the cost of that, huh? So I really wanted to document this vlog in retrospective because I find that in the moment it's hard for me to find the right words to say, and I really wanted to show you guys kind of how I felt and thought throughout the day where I can be a little more clear in my thoughts. I have to admit that online shopping for me has become a huge addiction, especially since coming back to Korea, and in a way a coping mechanism for all the post-grad depression that I felt, the loneliness, and the feeling of being stuck inside, not only from COVID, but from a lack of a job, the lack of school and responsibilities. And the temptation is huge, and it actually made me realize I haven't gone into a store to actually buy anything in a really long time. I think the problem in Korea is that online shopping is just too available and it really gives you too much access to cheap clothing. The Zara summer sale is actually an experience that I've had since high school. I remember going into the mall with my friends on the weekends and checking out the sales. Honestly, I wish we could just go back to a time when clothes weren't this evil thing and we could actually enjoy fashion as it is. But even as a cultural capital, because it's both a luxury and a necessity, fashion is impossible to separate from consumerism. Which is really sad because fashion can be an art. I remember Project Runway used to be one of my favorite reality shows. I loved seeing their process, and the designers really put so much effort and so much of their hearts and souls and passion into the clothes that they made. Honestly, now it's just kind of what's trending and what will sell. And it's really sad to see something that I love and something that I'm passionate about be tossed away like a disposable object. And even though I feel like I'm so guilty of this, I do think that my search for my fashion identity has really been tied to my lack of identity, insecurities in not knowing who I really am. My deepest problem wasn't that I was buying clothes or even that I was buying too many clothes, although that in itself is a superficial problem. But on a deeper level, it was that I was finding my identity in my clothes and really trying to create this image of myself rather than expressing what was already there. So I really do hope that I'll be able to have a healthier relationship with clothes, the same way that I want to have a healthy relationship with food. But I guess I can talk more about that in the next part of my video where we're gonna be eating food! Human necessity and creativity. What a beautiful combo. But not when you have to wait in 30-degree humidity for 20 minutes. And yes, they gave me a free cup of water, and yes, I made it inside eventually, but I have to ask myself, what makes me think it's worth it every time? Is it the aesthetics? Is it wanting to recreate the photos? Or is it really my love for food, which is such a complicated relationship and one that I've actually been struggling with for a long time? My relationship with food, I think, is just all intertwined with my relationship with clothes, in that I've used both as an addiction and as a way to define myself. I've always loved sugar. I am such a huge sucker for sugar, and honestly, Seoul's cafe culture is not only super aesthetic, but it reels you in with that oversaturation of coffee, desserts, cakes, you name it, there's somewhere in Korea that has it. And not only going to these cafes, but taking pictures, capturing the environment is all part of the cafe experience in Seoul that, honestly, I wish I could just love with a pure heart. So did I enjoy these sweets at this cafe? Yes. Did I also eat way too much sugar for that day and feel sick afterwards? Yes. Why do I do this to myself? Is it my OCD? Or is it that I've just been fixated on food for so long with my previous disordered eating patterns that I just really can't eat food normally anymore? I don't know, but whatever it is, I just want you to know that those first few bites were heavenly. Oh, and their iced latte? Amazing. Just enough of a coffee to milk ratio to make it dark and strong. That is the face of an innocent, happy Judy in total bliss from the pure joy of eating sugar. So in conclusion, too much sugar, too much caffeine, too many things to still work through, but in the moment, a happy Judy. And that, for now, is enough.